As you place that sweet morsel into your mouth, do you care only for your tongue's satisfaction or your stomach's fulfillment? Do you care for the effect of your food on your intestines and ultimately on your mental functions, mood, behavior, and ability to fight infections? Do you care for your heart, liver, blood vessels, and kidneys and how that sweet bite can affect them? Do you care for your finances and savings and how your diet can be a whole to depleting all your hard-earned money through expensive medical bills? Do you care for your family and dependents, who will be saddened, depressed, and impoverished by your disease and death, thanks to that sweet food in front of you? Do you care, oh my darling friend? A medical surgeon once described to me the kind of things he sees when operating on the intestines and internal organs of patients, and I was shocked. He said that in more than half of the cases, the intestines of the patients are in such wretched and irredeemable condition that he is not surprised as to why they are in such poor health and bad mood. Abnormal intestinal conditions can significantly impact both mental health and the development or worsening of other diseases. Kellogg, a health reformer and surgeon in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, made several notable observations during his surgeries. Kellogg saw large amounts of impacted fecal matter, believed to result from low-fiber diets. These were food that were supposed to have digested and passed out through the feces. However, they remained compressed together into a hardened fecal matter and stuck in the intestines, obstructing the free flow of food through the intestines. These compacted fecal matter would rot out the intestines, causing infections and leaky gut, a condition in which the contents of the intestines leaked into the abdominal space, causing further rots and infections. This image shows inflamed intestines with redness and swelling, indicating conditions such as Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis. The intestines appear red and swollen with clearly visible inflammation. He also saw swollen and distended, poorly functioning colons attributed to lack of dietary fiber and poor digestive health. These occurred because the food gets stuck in the colon owing to the absence of fiber in the diet, causing the food to rot and produce gases, which stretches the colon under intense pressure. If the gases are not released as fart, they can bloat the stomach and burst the intestines, leading to leaky gut syndrome. Kellogg described seeing signs of inflammation and infection, linked to poor diet and lifestyle choices. Finally, he saw layers of mucoid plaque lining the intestines, attributed to toxin buildup and undigested food particles. Several years after Dr. J.H. Kellogg made his discoveries, modern surgeons have come to see the same distortions in the intestines of most people, attributed to our poor diet, and implicated in most of our current mental and physical health conditions. In almost all cases, the state of the intestines was a reflection of the health of the person. This image depicts intestinal adhesions, where bands of scar tissue cause organs to stick together. The intestines appear entangled with visible scar tissue bands, which can result from previous surgeries or infections. Inflammation reddened, swollen sections indicating conditions like Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis. Inflammatory bowel diseases are associated with cognitive impairment, possibly due to systemic inflammation affecting brain function. Inflammation can interfere with nutrient absorption, leading to deficiencies and related complications such as anemia and osteoporosis. Chronic inflammation increases the risk of colorectal cancer, and the stress of managing a lifelong condition can lead to increased rates of depression and anxiety. Adhesions, bands of scar tissue causing organs to stick together, often from previous surgeries or infections. Adhesions can cause chronic abdominal pain, leading to stress and reduced quality of life. Chronic pain can interfere with sleep, contributing to fatigue and mood disorders. Adhesions are a common cause of small bowel obstructions, which can be life-threatening if not treated promptly. In women, adhesions can affect fertility by causing obstructions or damage to the reproductive organs. Tumors or polyps, abnormal growths that could be benign or malignant. The diagnosis of tumors or polyps can cause significant anxiety and fear of cancer, and the need for ongoing monitoring and potential surgeries can contribute to long-term emotional distress. Polyps can develop into colorectal cancer if not detected and removed early. Large polyps or tumors can cause bleeding, leading to iron deficiency anemia. Blockages refer to obstructions caused by foreign objects, impacted stool, or twisting of the intestines. The sudden and severe pain associated with blockages can cause acute stress and anxiety, while recurring blockages can lead to chronic worry about future episodes. Prolonged blockages can lead to decreased blood flow and necrosis of the bowel tissue, requiring emergency surgery. Blockages can lead to bowel perforation, causing infections and potentially life-threatening sepsis. Diverticula are small pouches in the intestinal walls, potentially leading to diverticulitis if inflamed or infected. Diverticulitis can cause chronic pain, impacting mental well-being. Patients may experience anxiety about potential flare-ups and complications. If a diverticulum perforates, it can lead to peritonitis, a serious abdominal infection. Diverticulitis can lead to fistulas and abscesses, which may require surgical intervention. Infections. Areas of pus or abscesses indicating bacterial infections. Chronic infections and associated symptoms can contribute to depression. Ongoing infections can cause fatigue and cognitive problems, impacting daily functioning. Intestinal infections can lead to systemic inflammation, increasing the risk of other inflammatory conditions. Infections can impair nutrient absorption, leading to deficiencies and associated health issues. Intestines with a blockage, caused by an obstruction such as impacted stool or twisting of the intestines. The intestines show a visible blockage with a section appearing distended or twisted. Necrosis, dead tissue from lack of blood supply, seen in severe bowel ischemia cases. Perforations, holes in the intestinal walls leading to leakage of intestinal contents and causing peritonitis. The images and descriptions show us what has been observed by medical surgeons in the bodies of other people. If we could get a peep into our intestines and see their nature, formation, appearance, and health, we would immediately become so stunned and disgusted that we will reconsider everything we eat before opening our mouths. How does food affect our brain function and mood? The central nervous system and the gut are intricately connected through a complex network known as the gut-brain axis. This bidirectional communication system involves multiple pathways including neural, hormonal, and immune mechanisms, allowing the brain and gut to influence each other's function and health. The vagus nerve is a critical component of the parasympathetic nervous system and serves as the primary neural pathway connecting the brain and gut. It facilitates communication between the gut and brain by transmitting sensory information from the gut to the brain and sending motor commands from the brain to the gut. The food we eat, therefore, can stimulate the vagus nerve, which then influences our mood and stress levels, indicating its role in emotional regulation. Within the gut are important microbes with good health benefits. The gut microbiota consists of trillions of microorganisms, including bacteria, viruses, and fungi, that reside in the digestive tract. These microorganisms produce neurotransmitters and metabolites that can influence brain function and behavior. Dysbiosis, or an imbalance in gut microbiota, has been associated with various mental health conditions including depression, anxiety, and autism spectrum disorders. Stress can alter gut microbiota composition and increase intestinal permeability, leading to a leaky gut. This in turn can trigger systemic inflammation and affect brain function. Chronic stress is associated with gastrointestinal disorders like irritable bowel syndrome, which can exacerbate mental health issues. Inflammation and altered gut microbiota can affect the production of neurotransmitters like serotonin, contributing to depressive symptoms. Patients with depression often report gastrointestinal symptoms, highlighting the interconnectedness of gut and mental health. The food we consume has a profound impact on the health and structure of our intestines. A balanced diet rich in fiber, probiotics, and prebiotics promotes a healthy gut, while poor dietary choices can lead to a variety of intestinal issues. Dietary fiber from fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and legumes is essential for maintaining the integrity of the intestinal lining and supporting a healthy gut microbiome. It helps prevent constipation and reduces the risk of diverticular disease by promoting regular bowel movements. The fiber acts as a broom, sweeping the walls of the intestines of all leftover food and soaking them like a sponge for expulsion through the feces. Probiotics, which are found mainly in yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, and other fermented foods, are beneficial bacteria that enhance the balance of gut microbiota, boost immune function, and protect against pathogens. These beneficial bacteria can help restore gut microbiota balance and have been shown to reduce symptoms of depression and anxiety. These green leafy vegetables are sources of fiber and prebiotics that support intestinal health and good bacterial growth. They also contain antioxidants that inhibit or reduce inflammation. Prebiotics are non-digestible fibers that serve as food for probiotics, promoting the growth and activity of beneficial bacteria. They are found in garlic, onions, leeks, asparagus, and bananas. They feed beneficial gut bacteria and can also positively impact mood and cognitive function. High-fat diets usually found in processed foods, fried foods, eggs, dairy, fatty meats, and animal foods in general, can lead to inflammation, alter gut microbiota, and increase intestinal permeability, contributing to gastrointestinal disorders and systemic inflammation. High-fat and fried foods are not healthy for the intestines as they bind the feces tightly into an indigestible mass, causing putrefaction, constipation, gases that bloat the intestines, leaky gut, inflammation, and so on. Sugar and processed foods, especially found in sugary snacks, soft drinks, and processed snacks, disrupt gut bacteria balance, promote harmful bacteria growth, and lead to inflammation and compromised intestinal lining. Proteins. Adequate protein intake is crucial for repairing and regenerating intestinal cells. However, red and processed meat consumption has been linked to an increased risk of colorectal cancer. Hence, protein from plant sources such as soya beans and other legumes, nuts, and seeds are preferable. Beware of fats and animal foods as they can cause problems for your intestines and bloat your stomach. Hydration. Proper hydration maintains the mucosal lining of the intestines, facilitating smooth digestion and nutrient absorption. Hydration is obtainable through water, herbal teas, hydrating fruits and vegetables. Antioxidants and anti-inflammatory foods. These foods reduce inflammation, protect the intestinal lining, and support overall gut health. They include berries, leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and olive oil. Alcohol and caffeine, obtained from alcoholic beverages, coffee, and energy drinks intake can irritate the intestinal lining, disrupt gut microbiota, and cause digestive issues such as acid reflux, gastritis, and leaky gut syndrome. Food sensitivities and allergies. Food sensitivities and allergies cause inflammation, damage the intestinal lining, and lead to conditions such as irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, and inflammatory bowel disease, IBD. Allergies are commonly caused by gluten in celiac disease, dairy in lactose intolerance, certain nuts, and other allergens. Simple plant-based foods are the darling of the intestines. They ease constipation and inflammation, promote good bacteria, clean the intestines, and bind indigestible food for easy expulsion. Evidently, the health of our intestines is significantly influenced by our diet. Abnormal intestinal conditions have profound effects not only on gastrointestinal health, but also on mental health and the development of other diseases. The gut and brain are closely linked through the gut-brain axis, involving neural, hormonal, and immune pathways. This complex communication system means that gut health can significantly affect mental capacity and health. Maintaining a balanced diet rich in fiber, probiotics, and prebiotics while limiting high-fat, sugary, and processed foods is crucial for optimal intestinal health. Understanding what surgeons observe during intestinal surgeries and insights from historical figures like Dr. Kellogg can further emphasize the importance of dietary choices in maintaining gut health. Yet the question remains, in spite of all these findings, do you care? Read more at thetorchbearer.com, subscribe to our newsletter and channel for more articles and videos.